of you.
Randvi, I demand that
Rowan,
this matter be
Holger,
settled here and now.
why all this shouting?
Patience, Rowan. Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly, what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of...
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed.
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifur's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Before I give my verdict, I would like to hear your statements again. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not. Silver is the only color I wish to see from you.
Oma Eigner, puhutem hiljaisu, pragnina kun, mindi suulat viiliknakas.
Ah, a visit from my good friend. Care to indulge in profitable commerce? We'll close the books on that. I look forward to your return. Hi. Anything else?
I'm off. Be well, friend.
Are you feeling all right?
Birna, welcome to the Raven Clan's nest.
Good to be here, Sunbeam. The people here seemed a mixed bag of nuts and seeds. I feel right at home.
You are at home. Settle in and get a feel for the place. We will be heading out soon enough.
Of course. A quick drink and a friendly brawl, and I will be ready for the raids ahead.
No greater honor than to serve aboard your sea steed, Eivor. I will wait for the day I earn a place at your side.
Eivor's here!
I brought something for you.
We've been looking for this fish for a long time. Not even Grandfather has caught one of these. You caught this? Only a true fisherman could catch this one. I've heard tell that this one's a real fighter. I've never even seen this fish close up. We've been looking for this fish for a long time. I've never even seen this fish close up. Not even Grandfather has caught one of these. Only a true fisherman could catch this one. I've heard tell that this one's a real fighter. Thanks for the fish.
I must take my leave. So long.
Come visit again soon.
I would like to see what you have in stock.
You know you have use for this. Yes, I can resell this. Anything you find, bring it to me. Always a pleasure doing business, Eivor. Nothing else?
I will see you later, friend.
Always a pleasure, Eivor.
What have you... You and Petra chasing a white elk in the woods high as wispy clouds, my god! I could barely breathe for laughing.
I have something that may interest you.
Bringing me this would be helpful. I'd pay well for this. I could really use this. This will help us. I'm looking for this. I knew I could count on you. We always have need for this. I could really use this. Good. This will help the settlement. We always have need for this. Excellent. I'd pay well for this. All done.
I must be on my way now. Goodbye.
Until next time.
Would you like to see what you have inspired?
Let me see. Nothing will dull my purpose.
Can I tempt you with a favor?
That depends. What are you offering?